everyone. I'm Selena Hill, the digital editor at Black Enterprise, and I am super excited to be speaking with Tia Mowry, who is the star of the Netflix series Family Reunion, a best-selling author, and the co-founder of the new supplement brand, Answer.
Yes.
Tia, I mean, you being here is everything. Everything. You know, as I told you offline, you know, I've been a fan since Sister, and
thank you.
You know, seeing you become a mother and a wife, and you know, a health specialist and a cook, it's so inspiring.
You know, thank you so much. And you said the word inspiring, and that's why I do what I do. I feel like whatever project I'm working on, whatever I'm doing, it's all about inspiring and encouraging and uplifting, you know, a community. I feel like it's needed in this world, especially, you know, what's going on in the world right now. But, you know, as I'm inspiring others, I'm also inspiring myself, and it gives me joy. You know what I mean? It gives me joy to do what I do. So thank you very much.
And you do it so well.
Thank you.
Even in the past few weeks when we've all been in quarantine and locked down, you know, how are you and your family really been coping with this pandemic?
You know, we're coping. And that's exactly what we're doing. We're doing the best that we can do. I think the thing that's important to note is that we are taking this very seriously. I think, you know, staying inside, wearing masks when we go out. You know, it's been something that our family, you know, have been very serious about, and what we've been practicing. Anything that we can do to help flatten the curve or to just, you know, help the situation, we're all for it. You hear stories about people going to the beaches and doing all of this stuff, and I'm like, guys, come on. Like, I know we don't really want to be at home right now, but it's important that we you know, stay home. You save lives. So that's one thing that we're doing. The other thing is, you know, spending lots of family time, which with the kids and stuff.
Are they driving you crazy yet?
Oh my gosh! You know, I saw this TikTok and I thought it was hilarious, and I showed it to my son. And it was this mom, like, you know, giving a hug to her children during the beginning of, you know, day 1 quarantine, and around day 50, she pushed the kids. But I mean, you know, it's all in fun. But you know, we've had good days, we've had bad days, but it's been great to spend quality time with the family, because usually I'm on the go. You know, I am a workaholic. Hi, my name is Tia Mowry, and I'm a workaholic. But it's been really nice to spend that quality time with the family. We've been cooking, we've been playing games, we've been watching so many movies and TV shows. My son actually just fell in love with Family Matters. He's like, yes.
Oh
yes.
my God.
He's like, Mom, you know what my favorite show is right now? I'm like, what? He's like, Family Matters. And I was like,
wow.
I grew up on that show. So anyway, you know, that's what we're doing.
Oh my God. It seems like you guys are really appreciating even those small moments, like you said, being able to cook and watch TV.
Yes.
And the TikTok videos you guys are creating are amazing. Can we just talk about that?
Okay, so one of my friends were like, Tia, you need to get on TikTok. And I was like, no, you know, that's for the youngins. And they were like, just do it. I think you'll have like lots of fun. I am like so obsessed. You kind of get into this like rabbit hole, and you're like watching all of these videos. My husband, the other day, I was watching these videos like at midnight, and he was like, Tia, what are you doing? Like, go to bed. Why are you laughing so hard? And I'm like, these videos are hilarious, but I love, you know, creating these. It's like creating memories. You know what I mean? You're creating these fun moments that you'll have forever. You're dancing, you're putting a smile on your face, and you're putting a smile on other people's faces. So why not, you know?
When I say it definitely puts a smile on my face, please keep them coming.
Okay.
They're so fun, so good.
Thank you.
And, you know, even though most of us have adjusted, what is the one thing that you can't wait to do once we can hopefully go back to normal life?
Get my nails.
Don't get your nails. I'm not even gonna show you mine. Mine's much
I
worse
love
than
the
yours.
Color, but girl,
they're like half on and half off. So
my nails, get my nails. So a manicure and a pedicure. Like that's like the first thing that I cannot wait to do. But you know, hit your favorite restaurants. You don't really realize how just going out and socializing is so important. You know, just kind of like mingling and seeing strangers and, you know, just kind of seeing life.
Oh yeah.
So I'm definitely, I cannot wait.
You and I both. Are you more introverted or extroverted?
I have my moments. So
okay.
I'm definitely more extroverted, meaning I love being around people. I have a tattoo, a butterfly tattoo.
Beautiful.
And I'm a social butterfly. So I love just interacting, meeting people, making people laugh. Hence why I'm an actress. But then I do love the home life. So at moments, I love being inside. I love cooking. I even love cleaning. I blame my mother for that because she was, you know, a drill sergeant. So she had my sister and I, it was called GI Fridays, which is general inspection.
Whoa.
We would have to clean every Friday. GI
wow.
So my point is that she's instilled that in me. So it gets rid of my anxiety, just kind of like when I clean and cook and just kind of like, you know, just be indoors. So, but I can't, it's about finding the balance of those two. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But if I had to choose one or the other, I would definitely say I'm more of an extrovert.
Okay. It's because, you know, and I just say that because, you know, so am I. And I'm like, I think a lot of people are like, well, what are the extroverts doing? But again, I feel like, you know, people, we're resilient. You adjust and you find those silver linings.
Girl, you said the word adjust. And I've been using that word a lot in the house. I was like, you know, you just got to find a way. Because I feel like, you know, you have survival mechanisms, right? You have a bag of tools, right, that you do to survive. But now that we've been put in this situation, you have to adjust and maybe change those tools that you were doing before and now try to find some new tools on how to adjust, you know, with what's going on right now. And I feel like, you know, with us kind of focusing on that, we're able to get by instead of just kind of holding on to the old and saying, look, this is the new normal right now. We just have to find a way to adjust. And that's what we're doing.
And, you know, one of the biggest adjustments that people have really been putting into practice is being more health conscious.
Yes.
You know, so many of us are, you know, eating more veggies and fruits and, you know, taking walks and, you know, doing what we can to keep our immune system boosted at this time. I mean, we're in a public health crisis. And that brings me to, you know, some of the things you've been doing and promoting at this time.
Yes.
Let's talk about that. And let's talk about your new supplement line, Answer.
Yes. So Answer is a supplement line that I am the co-founder of, and it was inspired by my personal wellness journey. I've been very open with telling everybody that I suffer from something called endometriosis, which is a highly inflammatory condition that causes infertility. After 2 surgeries and just dealing with very painful symptoms, my doctor, she told me, like, look, if you want to see some sort of change, you're going to have to change your lifestyle. You're going to have to change your diet. And that was the first time I had heard that, you know, from a doctor. So anyway, I went on this journey, this wellness journey. She she put the responsibility in my hands. And, you know, at first it was hard to adjust to that. But I changed my diet. I started to eat more veggies, to eat more fruits, to stay away from foods that caused inflammation within the body, which can exacerbate an inflammatory condition. I started exercising. I started meditating. And then I started taking supplements, and I saw this huge change within my health. I no longer had eczema. I no longer had migraines. I mean, I had such terrible migraines that I would cry because they were so painful. And I saw this change with my body. And the biggest change, of course, was I was able to have children. So I didn't want to keep all of that to myself. I said, you know what, I want to share this information. I want to share this aha moment. And so that's one of the motivations or the inspirations to, why I, came up with Answer. You mentioned immunity and taking care of yourself. A lot of times, with our lifestyle, we tend to not get the proper nutrients that we need. When you have a busy lifestyle, you're not eating the right foods, or you're missing out on key nutrients that will help with your immunity. And supplements, it's one of the easiest things that you can do to help you fill that void. And that's exactly what Answer is all about. I mean, we have B12, we have zinc, we have vitamin C, and it has been shown that when those supplements are used combined, it really helps boost the immunity. And your immunity is basically your defense. It's your defense, and it's one of the most important defense mechanisms that we have for wellness. So I just want to encourage people out there, moms, men, children, just everyone in general, to get on that path to being the best that you could be. And coming out with, my supplement line was and is definitely, something that's important to me, and I want to get out there.
And now you unrolled this at the beginning of 2020, right?
Yes, I did. In January, I did.
Wow,
yes.
Not knowing we would have a public health crisis weeks later.
No.
Literally,
no,
so you go to CVS, you go to the pharmacy, you cannot find vitamins anymore. So this is a great time for you to, put this into the market. Yes.
To go ahead and totally. And, like I said, the thing also for me is, aside from this pandemic, I also saw with my personal, experience that women, we tend to put everyone first and not ourselves. So if you notice, we have an Instagram account. It's at Shop Answer, and it's the hashtag is self-care isn't selfish, meaning that I want women to meditate on understanding that you taking care of yourself and you putting yourself first, it's not selfish. In order for you to be the best CEO, the best entrepreneur, the best friend, the best mom, the best wife, whatever, you have to take care of yourself. So outside of this pandemic, that is, my goal is to inspire women to, understand that them taking care of themselves, them putting some sort of, or focusing on self-care, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to take care of yourself. So.
And would you say that your diagnosis with endometriosis was something that really made you more cognizant about self-care in your life?
Oh, was it? It was the one thing. And that's the other thing. Somebody had asked me a question, what would you tell your younger self? And what I would have told my younger self is to don't wait to take care of yourself. Don't wait until something, happens with your health to start saying, let me get on track. Like, start now. It's like insurance. You know what I mean? Like, you are taking care of yourself for the future. So yes, having endometriosis, because it was the one, I was dealing with, a very painful issue, and I didn't even know what it was. I had never even heard of endometriosis. And, after having my doctor, she's incredible. She's a Harvard graduate, a Black doctor. I had gone to several other doctors who were just kind of bypassing my symptoms. And she was the one that as soon as I opened up my mouth, she was like, you have endometriosis. And of course, in order for you to be properly diagnosed, you have to have surgery. So, I had, had 2 surgeries, but my point is that was the first time where I was told and learned how food can either exacerbate or suppress some sort of underlying condition that you have. And as I was in my 20s, I was eating Cheetos, I was eating whatever, Skittles, and whatever I wanted to eat. And I didn't know, but now I know. And I want to share that information with other people.
Oh yeah, no, and thank you so much for being so transparent about that journey. Is it true that African American women are more likely to be diagnosed with endometriosis?
Yes, it is true. And that was one of the first things that my doctor had told me. She was like, you fit the patient, you're Black, you're 25 years old, you're a woman. And I was like, what? Like I said, I hadn't heard of that word before. And again, that's why I'm so inspired to share my story, because I don't want any other women to go through what I went through. If I can help bring some sort of awareness to my, to other women out there with my story, then, because I would ask myself, I'm like, why me? Like, why me? And now I know why me. So it gives me hope to, help other people and women out there. So
I feel, and I was reading up on it, and it sounds like many women just think that when they have this condition, oh, I just get really bad menstrual cramps, or, I just get really bad bloating, or, or I have fibroids. Like, people, they will assume any and everything else.
Yes. And they will assume. And that's what was happening with me with a lot of other doctors. I would go to these doctors and they're just like, oh, you just have bad cramps, or, oh, sit in a hot tub, put a heating pad on it. And I'm like, it's not working. like this isn't normal. I knew, and I mentioned this in my book, because I wrote a book called Whole New You about my whole personal story. And it's actually a cookbook of all the foods that I ate that I felt were very healing. But I knew that this wasn't just cramps when I was in the bathroom. And oddly enough, it's weird. Like, I would just sit on the toilet because it kind of relaxes the muscles. And I was like, this isn't normal. Like, I was in so much pain that I wanted to call an ambulance.
Wow.
And that's when I knew. I said, this isn't normal. And I am so happy to say that today, knock on wood, I have not experienced any of those symptoms. And I truly, like I said, I truly believe it's because of the change, within my lifestyle.
And, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you start Answer for women at first? Wasn't this a supplement line for other women like yourself?
Yes. So Answer, again, it was all about, and it is all about, encouraging women to meditate on, I say hashtag, self-care isn't selfish. Not only women, it was about talking to the consumers that didn't feel included. And what I mean by that is women of color, women of diversity. Because when I was on this wellness journey, I didn't see representation at all. And I did not like that. I thought that was just not cool at all. So it's definitely been my goal to, create a community and talk to the consumers that didn't feel recognized in any kind of way. But I didn't want to stop there. Now, again, it's like you have this aha moment. Many women have families and they want to take care of their children. They want to take care of their husbands. And we want the whole family to be whole. So that's why I decided to come out with a children's gummy. And I'm telling you guys, my son loves these gummies. It feels so good. Yes, it feels so good when you have a child that wants to take their vitamins.
Oh,
It's just
wow.
amazing. And then also, you know, my husband, he loves his men's supplements. So I was inspired to, you know, continue with that journey of just, you know, creating wellness within the whole family and making sure that everybody's taken care of, you know?
Now, was this an idea that you always had, or was it presented to you and you were like, you know what, I like this. You know, I want to work and partner with someone so that we can bring this
Yes.
into fruition?
Yes, exactly. So of course I couldn't do this alone. I actually partnered up with an amazing company who are the leaders in the wellness industry, and they've been around for years, and they're called BioSwartz. And but what was really, really important to me was, number one, that I spoke to, you know, the consumers that didn't feel recognized, number one, especially when it came from a brand perspective and a marketing perspective. But not only that, it was important for me to make sure that the ingredients that were being put into these supplements were very clean, of high quality. They were gluten-free, no fillers. Also, they're vegan. So the women's multivitamins are vegan. Of course, the prenatal is not because of the fish oils that are needed. But they understood that. They understood my purpose. They understood my story. They understood my vision. And I feel so blessed to have partnered with such an incredible, you know, and have a company and have an incredible partner with Answer.
You know, that's amazing. That is
Aww.
absolutely amazing, that story. You know, just to switch gears a little bit, because another thing that's amazing is your Netflix series,
Ah!
Family Reunion, #1 family series on Netflix now. Again, was this something else that you didn't anticipate, or, you know, how do you feel about that?
You know, I will tell you this. I am a manifester. So when you say didn't anticipate, I have a vision board and I meditate and I manifest. So I'm a huge Netflix fan. And I said, I want to be on Netflix. I want to have a Netflix show. And that's me speaking it. That's me meditating it. That's me putting it on my vision board. And lo and behold, I ended up getting this show called Family Reunion on Netflix. This has been such an incredible opportunity. Number one, I love that it's a show where we have representation in front of the camera, but not only that, behind the camera. And I think that that is so important. I mean, this is let's see, there was Sister, there was The Game, there was Instant Mom, and now there's Family Reunion. This is the only show that I've been on where I've seen, you know, huge diversity, from not only just having an amazing staff of writers that are African American or Black, but also women, women directors, Black women directors. So it's been an incredible experience, not only from you know, creative standpoint, you know, with me being an actress, but also just a purposeful standpoint, just giving many people who don't necessarily have a lot of opportunity. So it just makes me going to work. I feel so fulfilled, and I feel so just happy, you know.
And I mean, the timing is impeccable because, again, everyone is at home watching Netflix. So it's, I mean, the universe is just really panning out in your favor right now.
You know, I believe in energy. I really do. And I believe what you put out is what you get. I truly believe that. That has been my life. I've also been a huge fan of the book, The Secret. Mm-hmm. And, you know, it's just all about, like I said, manifesting, being a good person, having good intentions. That's the thing. There was this quote that I saw on Instagram. I can't quote it, you know, because I don't remember it all. But basically the gist of it is, the universe looks at your intentions. So if your intentions are good, then the universe sees that. You can play, act, you know, but the universe knows what's real because it knows. So, you know, when the universe knows your heart, when the universe knows your intention and you respect it, I'm just a huge, I mean, I got my crystal. I'm just a huge believer in just positivity, optimism, you know?
Oh, and that is definitely seen. I mean, you are such a positive, optimistic person. No, I mean, people cannot come to your YouTube channel or any of your feeds without leaving with a smile. It is just pure joy and especially you interacting with your children. It's just so beautiful. You know, I love to see, especially Black families, beautiful Black successful families. Again, another inspiration.
Thank you so much, because that's what I want to do. I want to inspire by showing those images, because I don't feel that those images are shown enough. Especially, that's why I love, you know, I remember this was probably about maybe close to 4 years ago. I had posted a photo on my Instagram of my husband kissing my son. And it was crazy how there was some sort of weird backlash about that. And the problem is because we don't see those images. It's like people weren't comfortable with it. And it's like, no, this is an image you should be comfortable with when you see that there is an amazing Black father kissing his son, showing love, showing just his love for his child. And there are amazing and many beautiful Black men that are incredible husbands. There are amazing, beautiful Black men that are incredible fathers. And those images need to be portrayed and seen. And that has been my goal. And again, that is my purpose behind doing all of this, is to show that it is attainable. You know, it is attainable.
Oh, yeah. And those images seep into our consciousness. I mean, when I was growing up, I've been around family members who, you know, older men who refuse to hug and kiss, you know, their sons. I've heard that for myself, where it's like, oh, no, I can, you know, my daughter can sit on my lap. But after, you know, the son gets to a certain age, it kind of like distance themselves. And, you know, that can create an emotional complex for little boys, especially in our community.
Exactly. And see, I did go to school at Pepperdine University, and one of my majors was growth and child development. And, you know, children learn through observation. Children learn by example. So if you want your daughter, your son to grow up to be you know, loving, kind, a good father, a good husband, you have to show that. You can't just say it. So that's why I was saying it's important for me to show those images, so people can, like you said, it gets into your conscious, so people can see that that is attainable. And then for parents, you know, it's important for you to be the example for your child, because they learn through observation more than they learn just by you just saying and talking.
Absolutely, Tia. And, you know, it's so funny that you mentioned college, because you actually went to college while you were still acting and promoting your show overseas. How did you balance all of that?
You know, I was just sharing this story, and it's number one, it's about, of course, the survival mechanism. You're like, when you're put in a situation, you just got to do what you got to do. I remember I was moving out of my house that I was living in with my sister to my apartment, and I was done with college. I had graduated, and my backpack, it was a JanSport backpack, and I was looking through it, and I saw all of the papers that I had done, the books and the highlighters, and I was like, how in the world did you do this? Like, how did you do this? And I think for me, I couldn't have done it without my sister and the support of my sister, because we were both in school at the same time. So there were many of times where I was like, I can't do this. And she was like, yes, you can. So it was about having that built-in support system. Also, it was a goal of mine. I was like, it's going to be hard. There are going to be times where you want to give up, but you just got to keep on. You just got to keep on going. And that's exactly what I did. And also it was important. I think when you prioritize something and when you realize that it's a priority, then you're able to get through it. And that's exactly what it was for me at school. My mom used to always tell me, she said, having a good education, she said, is the key to opening up doors to success. And what she meant by that was, I'm not practicing my, psych degree, but I learned so much while being in college. I learned how to have a voice. I learned how to use that voice. I learned how to have a perspective, because I learned how to debate. I learned how to have a point of view, an opinion, and all of those things. I traveled the world. All of those things equipped me for where I am right now. All of those things equipped me to have my own, supplement line, my own company, to be a co-founder, of my own company. So it was a priority of mine. And that's how I got through.
Amazing. Because, at the time you just had a thriving sitcom,
Yes.
So you guys were working,
we went to Pepperdine.
I always wondered why you guys decided to
do that.
Yeah, I did.
Well, yeah. And the drive was not an easy drive, because we were shooting at Paramount Studios, and my school, Pepperdine, is in Malibu. So, there would be the courses I would have to take were like 3.5, those 4-hour courses, because I couldn't hit, my son is like, right, what do you want, Cree? He's like, right, like staring at me, like, right, Cree, what are you doing, buddy? But
is he okay? Does he need something?
No, he's fine. He's just being Cree. He wants to get in the pool today because it's really hot today. And so he's like, we're still getting in the pool, right? And I'm like, yes. But he's actually in school right now. You're doing school. You're almost done? Yeah. Say hi. Do you want to say hi? Mommy's doing an interview with Enterprise. Say hi.
Hi. Hi.
Say hi.
Oh my God. Look how big he is.
He's so big, y'all. He's 8 turning 9, but he wears a size 14, which is for 14-year-olds.
Oh, that's wow.
I know.
Oh, he's going to be a big boy.
Bye, Cree. But anyway, it was a challenge. But you know what, though, also, I think it's just about the tools. It taught me, and I tell my husband this all the time, because, my husband, he's like, and I truly believe that some people, you don't necessarily have to go to school. You know what I mean? It's what works for you to, be who you want to be. I mean, my husband, didn't go to school, but my point is that it taught me that when I don't really want to do something, like nobody really wants to sit there and write like a 24-page paper. You know what I mean? You build those tools and those mechanisms to get through those grinding times. And then you get to the end of it and you're like, I did it. So you use that mentality through life. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
so
yeah.
You start to have this character. You build this character of, even though I don't want to do it, even though I know it's hard, but I'm going to get through it. And I know I can get through it. And then there's gold at the end of the tunnel. You know what I mean? Or gold at the end of the rainbow.
Absolutely. And Tia, as we bring this no, that was powerful. Thank you.
Okay.
That was like a meme in itself. Like, okay.
Thank you.
That was great. As we bring this conversation to a close, what are some of the things that you feel more grateful for now that we have this moment of stillness and we're in this pandemic?
I'm grateful for learning. I'm grateful for learning new things, because I think that's how you become a better person. It's when you're constantly evolving and when you're constantly changing. And my goal for this pandemic is for people to come out changed, and for people to come out with a whole new perspective. And one of those for me would definitely have to be, I'm a workaholic, meaning I love, and I say that it's a good thing, you know what I mean? I love being productive. I love being busy. I love inspiring. I love just being on the go. But at times your strengths can become your weakness. And, there are times where I felt like I needed to slow down and just to, focus on being present, focus on the now. And, that's what's happening with me. I'm learning that you don't have to be incredibly productive to be happy, to be incredibly productive to be joyful. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like some people don't want to face the music or face themselves at times. So when you're always on the go, you don't really tap in. But when you're not on the go and when you're still, you're forced to hear what's going on in here. You're forced to see, or to feel what's going on here. And that has been amazing for me. And I'm learning and I'm growing. And has been, I'm grateful for that.
I'm happy to hear that. There is definitely a silver lining in everything. This has been great. And before we let you go, I just want to ask, do you have time for just a few quick fun questions, just really quickly?
Yeah, no, totally.
Okay, great. Just a quick rapid speed. Okay, so what is your favorite social media app?
Oh my gosh, my favorite social media app. Oh, that's so hard. You know what? I'm still going to say Instagram. I love Instagram just because it's a way that I can really interact with my audience. I love it. You do so much. You know what I mean? Pictures, live.
What's your favorite dish to cook for your husband?
Ooh. My favorite dish to cook for my husband would definitely have to be, and it's one of his favorite dishes, and that's why it's my favorite dish to cook for him, is my turkey, meatballs, and spaghetti. He loves that dish, and it's a dish I've been cooking for him ever since we started dating. So I guess it has like memories, to it. So.
Oh, sounds good.
Yeah.
Are you more of a sweats type of woman or leggings?
Sweats. The leggings are too tight on your skin. I don't want to feel anything. If I'm chilling, I just want it to just be breezy.
No, of course. What's your favorite not so healthy snack?
Red velvet cupcakes. I don't even know if that's a snack, but I devour them.
I'm so here for red velvet.
It's not pretty. Like, I love them.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Favorite country outside of America?
Ooh. Favorite country. I mean, I don't know if this is, I'm like the worst with the map. Like, I am not smart when it comes to that, but I love the Caribbean. Like, it's just, I have roots in the Bahamas. So, my family's from Eleuthera. And when I visited there, I was like, this all makes sense. It all makes sense.
I love Barbados.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Favorite movie?
Oh my gosh. Favorite movie? Goonies. I love that movie. I would sit there and watch that movie over and over and over again. And I feel like we've watched it maybe about 2 or 3 times since quarantine.
Oh, wow.
I love Goonies. I grew up with it.
Oh, okay. A day at the spa or a day at the beach?
Oh my gosh. That's a hard one. Okay, I'm going to say the beach. You want to know why?
Okay. Why?
Because at the beach, you can actually get a massage.
Mm-hmm, that's true.
And I love a nice Mai Tai. When you're like just sitting at the beach and you hear the waves and then that vitamin D is hitting you. You have that glow from the oil, the suntan oil. Oh, and then you're getting a massage. Heaven.
Oh, it is. No, for sure. Okay, we're almost done. Favorite music artist?
Oh my gosh. Okay, my favorite music artist would definitely have to be Michael Jackson.
Oh, of course.
I was
greatest of all time.
Still is obsessed with Michael Jackson.
We all are. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite pastime with your sister?
Favorite pastime with my sister? Oh my gosh, there's so many memories. Favorite? Oh my gosh. Okay, I have so many, so this is really hard for me. So the first one that came to mind was when my sister and myself, we won our Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Award. It was the first award that we had ever won, and it was an award that was voted by fans. We were on stage, and all of these fans were just like screaming like, Tia, Tamara. And it was the first time we kind of looked at each other and we were like, this is...
Oh my goodness.
Like, oh my gosh. Like, oh my gosh. Our show is like a hit, you know? And it was just that feeling, and having that feeling in that moment with her was just, I'll never forget it.
Oh, absolutely. And last question, favorite thing to do with your children?
Oh, wow. Because again, this is so hard. Favorite thing to do. I like to keep it simple. My favorite thing to do with my children are just cuddle. Like, I just love when my son and my daughter are in my bed and we're just cuddling. I'm squeezing all on her legs and kissing her feet. And then I'm smelling Cree's hair. You know, just those simple, just that simple moment. It's one of my, I yearn for it, and I love it. Every day I have the opportunity to, and you know, they're not going to be little tiny babies or, you know, babies and kids for a long time. So I just soak it up.
Cherish those moments.
Mm-hmm.
Tia, you've been great. You've been, you know, much success. Thank you so much for your time and your amazing energy and attitude. Love you. Love your sister, your whole family. It's just beautiful.
Thank you so much. It was so nice talking to you. Stay safe. Take care of yourself. And shine on. Shine on.